Welcome to Ringside with Ray. I'm your host, Ray Cerda. Today we're in Santa Barbara at my good friend David Martinez's house. He's given us the opportunity to come in and film. So we're going to go through, he's going to kind of guide us and tell us a little bit about his history here.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you, first of all. Thank you for finally coming up to Santa Barbara, and it's just been a pleasure to spend some time here with you and your staff. Danny Union Red Lopez, the second fight against Salvador Sanchez.
Great fight.
Great fight, yes.
Danny losing the fight, but putting on a heck of a show.
Yeah, Danny losing both fights with Salvador. He lost the title in Arizona prior to that fight at Caesar's Palace. Here we have a lot of other memorabilia, as you see George Foreman up here, Oscar De La Hoya. This picture was taken just before the Ike Corte fight in February of '99.
Another great fight.
Another great fight. We went up to his training facility up there, and he hosted the media and personal friends up there, and had a wonderful day up there with Oscar, and that turned out to be a really nice picture in the ring up at Big Bear. Marco Antonio Barrera. This is, again, another photo with me, with him in Big Bear that we did, and Shane Mosley, Sugar Shane Mosley. This was taken at the Bonaventure in Los Angeles prior to him being Fighter of the Year. Willie Hodin, I personally brought him into Santa Barbara for a public workout, an autograph signing session with the kids. It was really nice. We had the chief of police there and dignitaries in Santa Barbara. It was the first time, to my recognition that we had a world champion in here. And at the time, he was the WBC junior super bantamweight champion at 122 pounds. Willie Hodin out of Sacramento.
I have to say that this is very impressive. When we were coming up here, I had no idea what to expect, and as you guys will see later on, going throughout the house, this place is like a museum. And I have to tell you that every single piece that's in this house has been collected personally by David, or has been given to him personally. None of this stuff is off eBay. This is all the things that he's collected over the 44 years?
44 years, ever since I was 11, 12 years old, yes.
So, for all you fight fans out there, you're probably doing the same thing I'm doing, and I'm drooling over all these pieces, so enjoy them.
I like to wake up every morning in the environment of boxing. Every room is decorated, as you well saw with your camera crew. And when I wake up, I have boxing in my mind, in my blood, and in my heart. So it's with me 24 hours a day. Right behind you here is a t-shirt, the Hagler-Duran fight. What's really memorable about that t-shirt, or that fight, is Duran went the distance with Hagler. Of all his title defenses, he had 12 to be exact, losing the title to Leonard just after the Mugabe fight. Duran was one of the ones that he did not knock out, and it went the full 15 rounds.
Yeah, and I read a quote from Hagler one time saying that he really respected Duran because
yes, he did.
He came to fight.
Yes, he did.
You know, there wasn't any bad blood like him and Leonard, where he felt like he was cheated out of the fight because Leonard didn't want to fight. He really respected Duran because Duran was there to fight.
I wish Duran would have taken more fights personally before coming up from lightweight and junior welterweight. Before, the welterweight he fought at before he fought Hagler at 160 at middleweight, would have taken some more fights as a middleweight before he jumped in the ring with the best middleweight at that time, which was Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Well, one of the best of all time.
Yes.
So
over here we have Sonny Liston, Muhammad Ali. This is the second fight, and you can recognize it's the second fight because Liston's wearing the darker trunks in the first fight. They wore the white trunks in '64 when they fought in that tremendous upset in heavyweight boxing history. The Wheaties box we have here, another collectible piece here of Muhammad Ali. I have that cased in here, and that's the original Wheatie box from Muhammad Ali. Down here is Barry McGuigan. I didn't get that poster personally, but a friend of mine went to Ireland, and he knew what to bring me back as far as a gift was concerned. And when Barry McGuigan was inducted into the World Boxing Hall of Fame here a few years ago, I brought this poster back. I have a lot of posters from different fighters that I take to the Boxing Hall of Fame. Pepino Cuevas is another one.
Right.
And I take these posters in there, and I have them personally autograph them for me. And Barry McGuigan looked at the poster, and he says, gee, I haven't seen that thing. Barry McGuigan was a WBA featherweight champion back in the mid-'80s.
Yes.
And tremendous fights, lost the title to Stevie Cruz. And he looked at the poster and he says, wow, where'd you get that? And I said, well, I didn't get it. Actually, a friend of mine got it for me. He brought it back, and it meant a lot to me. And now that I have it autographed in my collection, it even means more to me. So
Yeah, I mean, just from looking at the stuff that you have throughout your house, I mean, he's got pictures of Oscar De La Hoya. He can't be no more than 5 or 6 there.
actually, actually, he's 9 years older.
Is he 9?
Yeah, he's 9 years older.
So, you know, I mean, the things that you've collected over the years are very impressive.
Yeah, these little things you saw in my office. I have an original picture of Jim Jeffries, who was the Great White Hope that fought Jack Johnson July 10th in 1910 in Reno, in that fight which Jack Johnson beat him after he came out of retirement. These are replicas, but I have the original Jim Jeffries cigar box picture in there, which is almost 100 years old now, because that picture was taken in 1907. But these are replicas of gentlemen Jim Corbett and John L. Sullivan. So these are, you know, these are the replicas of the cigar boxes back in those days.
Very impressive.